All right, part two of Michael Sweet taking on the world tonight. We were in the middle of page 4 on the tabs. Very next thing you would see would be section 4 one time. Actually, no, we caught that. Very next thing would be the 14th fret A string slide, which we've used a lot. Section 5 one time, and then the guitar solo, which is ripping. Mike Sweet did a killer job on this. Really melodic and tasteful and all that. All his solos are. So we got 9th fret G, whole step bend, vibrato that may be done with a whammy. Get you like a smoother vibrato. And then pretty cool right here. You're gonna go. You'll go 9th fret G. Don't pick any of this. And it's a swoop. It's a whammy bar swoop. So you're gonna have it pushed down about not even half an inch, maybe half an inch. Well, doesn't really matter. Just don't go very far down. You're gonna hammer to 9G, bring it up to pitch. Do the same thing on the 10th fret B, and same thing on the 11th fret G. And then you'll whammy down. So it's by the way, that's subgroup 1. 223 to 227 in the song. Subgroup 2 is 228 to 233. More whammy stuff, same concept with the whammy swoop, up to 12G, pulling off to 10. Actually, I think that's a misprint. It's supposed to be a 9. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. I can tell by ear that it's not a 10. I wrote that wrong. So, pull it off to the 10th fret, right? And then we're going to do the same concept, but it'll be 9th fret G, hammer 11, pull to 9 with a volume or a whammy swoop here. Slow down a beat. So if I backed up a second, we'd have. Oops. Dang it. I gotta fix that 9 right now, dude. Because that's no bueno if I send it like that. That is a 9. Alright. Alright, dude, let's move on. 7th fret G, another one of those whammy swoops. Here you have. That's, and then we got 6, 7, 6, another whammy swoop, hammer pull. So it's. Oh, yeah. Whammy swoop 5D, bring it up to pitch. And then pick the 4th fret D vibrato. And then we've got this 9, 10, 12 on the A, alternate pick all this, and palm mute it, most of it, the first 6 notes. It's and then 9, 11, 12 on the D, up, down, up. So you have 9, 11, 9 on the G, no palm mute, down, up, down. So you have, that's subgroup 3, 234 to 235. Subgroup 4, 236 to 240. Some more whammy swoops, 14th fret on the high E. Yeah. Dang it. Yeah. And I'm slopping through it. Use, you know, when you take the whammy down, it's going to make noise because it's loosening the strings. So, if you can, try to mute by just laying your finger over some of the above strings. And then that whammy's down, so you're going. And then page 5. This is subgroup 5, 241 to 246. Some more of these whammy swoops. 15, 14 on the high E. You're going to whammy up on the 15, pull it off to 14. Whammy up on the 15, pull it off to 14, and hammer to 15. So it's, right? So we have, you can also set your palm over these strings, so when you're doing the whammy, it'll silence them, or it should. (17) high E, whole step bend. So actually no, that's a whammy up too. So it's, and then pick the 17 vibrato. Next part. 14 high E, half step, bend release. Remember, a half step is 1 fret. So if you need to check the pitch, it's emulating that by bending. Vibrato. And then subgroup 6, 247 to 254. And this is up the neck further here. 19, 20, 22. 19, 21, 22, 21 on the high E. So it's 20th fret on the B string. Beast. Yellow and black attack B string. On the B string. That's crazy I said that, man. 15, 17, 19, 20 B. I'm going to do a whole step bend. Vibrato with the whammy. So it's... Ooh, wait, it's... and then pick 20, 19, 17 on the B. And vibrato that 17. So it's... Do it again. And then, it's a cool run here. 17, 19, 20 on the B string. So that would be... Take it in pieces. That's the first line, or the third line down on the tabs. So alternate pick. 17, 19, 20. 17, hammer 19, pull 17 on the B. And go to 19 G. So that's a subgroup too. Uh, 17 B, 19, 18 G. So if you played all that, you would have this. And then 16 G, this is the next line down. Hammer 18, pull 16, and then go to 19 D. And 16 G, 19, 17 D. So, and end it with I lost my place. 16, 17, 16 on the D, pick, hammer, pull. 19, 17 A, vibrato. If you went from the start of that run, really cool, man. Very nice. Subgroup 7 is 255 to 257, real short part. Fret 19 on the B string. You're going to half step bend release. And then pick 17 B. Then you'll go 17, 19, 17 on the B, pick, hammer, pull. 19 G, vibrato. And then this part's really cool too. You'll go, hold on. Yeah. So what's happening there is what you'll do, you're going to use the pick to tap something here. We want the 15th fret on the B string, have your index on 12B. You're going to tap it with the pick, pull off the 12 and do that twice. And then hammer to the 15B with your third finger, pull it off back to 12. I put double dots around that. In music, that means repeat. You're gonna do that 4 times. So start slow, man, and it'll come together. Little tricks you got to remember, man. Index, I'm touching the G, and I'm also touching the high E with my first finger. That way, I'm securing that everything's going to be clean around the target string, which is the B string, right? So you almost have to work to not mute it, at least as far as the high E is concerned. But definitely, you know, if this is a new concept for you, then you're going to want to definitely make sure that you're muting it. You may as well. Right? So it's 4 times. And do the same thing, but move it a half step back to 14 and 11. That's once. And then the ending of this, it's kind of a George Lynch style thing that Lynch played a lot, and that is, if I can find the place, man, where did it go? Mamma Mia. Let's see here. And that, when I move it to 1411, that's subgroup 9, by the way. Subgroup 10 is this part where you're going to go 14B, just hammer it out of nowhere, pull off to 11, and then tap 14B with your pick. And what you're going to do is tap slide. So it's hammer, pull, pick, slide to 15, slide to 14, pull to 11. So I'm leaving this part of my hand up here to deaden those strings so they don't ring through. Right? It's a cool technique. Anyways, that ends. Oh no, it doesn't. There's one more part you just got to end it with. And you know, it's got harmonies through it and stuff too. So I grabbed the melody for this. But that one part is 4 times, right? Bend it a half step twice, vibrato and slide. Okay, to finish this up, man, we got section 6. It's kind of like the breakdown groove section in here, and 5/7 to 7/9 on the E and A, just power chords, and then rest. Do the old karate chop rest, and then reverse it. Go 7/9 to 5/7, and then go 5/7 to 3/5. Except this time you're going to let the third 3/5 ring out, so it's and that'll slide. It's like an exaggerated slide. You'll go. So you get over here, boom. To stop it, stick your hand over the strings. That way you're not hanging out on a note that doesn't need to be there. And then 3/5 to 2/4 on the EA with a pick scrape. So and you got a bunch of repeats. Section 4, no star, 1 time. 316 to 328. Section 7, this is the last part of the song. Yeah, this is the last section. 329 to 344, which is the end of the song. Let me just play through it so you can hear it first. Ooh, I forgot to write the palm muting, dang it. I'll get that for you too before I send them. That's the first half of it. Does that repeat? No, it doesn't. Let's do that again. That's a little different too, I want to show you. So you're back to the 6 times on the A string, 2nd fret, right? But the pull-off is 4-2 on the D. Wrapping it up with the 4 times on the 2nd fret. Then you start your next group 6 times again, 2nd fret A, with the 5-2 on the D. That's the only difference, is 4-2 the first time, 5-2 the second time. The third time it's an open D hammering to the 2nd fret. That's the only difference there. Alright, so it's like 3 subgroups here with this altered ending. And now this part, 4 hammer to 5 on the D string, and then palm mute the rest of this except the last note. 2-4-D, 5-2-A-D, 4-5-A, 2-D, and then 5 low E, no palm mute, pinch harmonic. So the ending is different because you're going, the other ones weren't doing that. Then we have some double dots. You're back to this concept. So here's what's up. You got the 6 times 2nd fret A, alternate picked, palm muted, all that stuff. Open D, hammer to the 2nd fret. You know, build it, man. When you practice this, build it like that, even if it's just adding 2 notes. And then 4 times on the 2nd fret A, palm muted, alternate picked. And this time, you have some repetition going on because that's going to be played 3 times, and I notated that next to the double dots. So, you know, remember, start slow. A lot of these, if I'm doing it too quick, I'm trying to play them a little slower actually, so you can remember that it's okay to practice slow. You want to, until you've got this stuff memorized and you get more comfortable with the techniques. The hammer-ons, the alternate picking, palm muting, when not to palm mute, when to pinch harmonic, when to hammer, when to pull. A lot of stuff going on. So, yeah, there it is. That's 3 times. Then 4 hammer to 5 on the D. Palm mute the rest of these except for the last note. 2-4-D, 5-2-A-D, 4-5-A, 2-D, and then pinch harmonic the 5th fret low E vibrato. And then you end it, well, that run is 7-E, 9-A, 2 times, slide, rest. And remember, to end those slides, if you don't do this, you're going to run into, we got to deaden the notes, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Alright, so there's your tabs, man. 6 pages. Take your time, man. Like I said, that's probably the best advice I can give you, because when you play this stuff slow, a few things will happen. Your mind will start to comprehend it. A big part of playing and starting to be able to play naturally with feel and having it feel right, you know, if not by yourself, with a band or whatever, drum machine, half that battle, man, is up in your mind. You want to eliminate to where you don't have to look at these tabs. When you watch bands play, unless it's like an orchestra setting where you got to just come in here and pull out and you got all these other instruments, but you watch these bands play, they're not looking at a music book. They may have notes once in a while on it, but get it up here, get it in your heart, and you know, practice it slow, and then you can set them tabs aside and really just focus on what you're holding, your guitar, and watching both hands and making sure that all the parts are coming together the way they need to. So don't try to rush any of this, man. You can make subgroups within subgroups, and I'm the type of teacher that likes to subgroup everything anyways, because that's kind of how I learn. Starlicks, man, Doug Mark's Mellow Method, and they were kind of set up like that. So it worked for me, it was effective, and I knew how to apply it. So when I started teaching in like 1992, man, I had already kind of had that established in me, and it's very effective. I get lots of emails from you guys saying how effective the subgrouping is, and it truly is, because it's taking bite-sized pieces and getting it down comfortably and building it, and then you go back and you play that group with this group, connect it together, and things will start to flow for you. Alright, so any questions, let me know. Really cool song, I hadn't heard this before, and Been a big fan of the Striper guys, man, since they first came out with the Loud and Clear album. Their message and the thing is, they rocked, man. These cats knew how to play, and they still do. So.